Disclaimer: this video is a fan-made explanation of Verity by Colleen Hoover. It contains intense themes, including violence and psychological trauma. All rights belong to the original author and publisher. Visuals are AI-generated for illustrative purposes only. Viewer discretion is advised. Please support the original work by purchasing and reading the official book.
What if the person you admire the most hides the darkest secrets? What if the truth is buried in a manuscript you're not supposed to find? Welcome to the haunting world of Verity by Colleen Hoover. In this faceless video, we'll uncover the complete story, from twisted secrets to that jaw-dropping ending. Stay with us till the end. You won't believe how this story wraps up. Meet Lowen Ashley, a struggling writer living in New York. Life hasn't been kind to her. She's broke, introverted, and still grieving the loss of her mother. One morning, while heading to a meeting, she witnesses a gruesome car accident right in front of her. A man is struck by a truck, blood pooling on the pavement. The horror unfolds in slow motion. People scream. Time freezes. She's paralyzed in fear. In her panic, she's comforted by a stranger, a calm, handsome man who guides her to a coffee shop, checks if she's okay, and quietly pays for her shirt that got blood on it. That man, Jeremy Crawford, her fate was already sealed. Later that day, at a publishing house, Lowen is surprised to see the same man, Jeremy, again. He's there to offer her a ghostwriting opportunity. His wife, Verity Crawford, is a famous author who's been in a tragic car accident and is unable to finish her series. They need someone to finish it. Jeremy wants Lowen. Lowen moves into the Crawford family's home, a large, quiet house filled with unsettling energy. She's given access to Verity's office to review her notes. But what she finds isn't outlines or plot ideas. It's a bone-chilling manuscript hidden in a drawer. Later, she asks Jeremy to see Verity.
Verity's bedroom is dim, with blackout curtains drawn. She's lying in bed, pale and motionless, her eyes staring blankly at the ceiling. A neck brace holds her still. Medical equipment beeps softly in the corner. There's a faint scent of antiseptic. A nurse quietly monitors her vitals. Her presence feels eerie, as though she's aware but trapped inside. Lowen tries to greet her but receives no reaction. It's unsettling. This woman, this best-selling author, now resembles a haunted doll. But something in Verity's eyes seems not quite gone.
This manuscript is Verity's autobiographical confession. It's not just disturbing, it's horrifying. Verity writes in brutal detail about her jealousy of her children, especially the twin girls, Chasten and Harper. She admits that she never wanted them. She pretended to love them to keep Jeremy happy. And when the twins were born, she obsessed over Jeremy's attention, resenting the girls for taking him away. In her secret manuscript, Verity confesses chilling acts of cruelty. Chasten, the older twin, had a severe peanut allergy. One night, Verity intentionally left a candy bar in reach, one she knew had traces of peanuts. The result? Chasten went into anaphylactic shock. Verity didn't act fast. By the time Jeremy rushed her to the hospital, it was too late. Her relief was disturbing. She didn't grieve, she celebrated. One child gone, one less burden. But Harper, the surviving twin, became harder to manipulate. She became clingy, anxious, suspicious. One summer day, Verity took Harper to the lake behind their home. She described in haunting detail holding Harper underwater, the struggle, the final bubbles. Then, silence. She screamed later, played the perfect mother. Jeremy believed it was an accident. But we, the readers, now know better. As Lowen reads this horror unfolding on paper, she starts to care for Jeremy, and eventually they become emotionally and physically intimate. But Lowen is conflicted. Should she tell Jeremy about Verity's manuscript, or protect his heart from shattering? Lowen starts to feel the walls of the house closing in. At night, she hears creaks and whispers. One night, as she walks to the bathroom, she sees Verity, who is supposed to be paralyzed, standing at the top of the stairs. Their eyes lock. Then, Verity silently slips back into her room. Another time, Lowen sees the baby monitor flicker, and Verity is standing over Crew, her son, gently stroking his hair. Lowen rushes in. Verity is back in bed, motionless. Was it her imagination? Things escalate. Verity's bedroom door, always slightly ajar, is suddenly wide open. A knife Lowen placed in the kitchen is found in the living room. Jeremy brushes off her concerns, but Lowen knows someone is playing a twisted game. Unable to shake the dread, Lowen searches Verity's room. Behind a loose floorboard, she finds the final proof: a stash of notes, journals, and evidence. Verity has been faking her injury the entire time. She's been watching, listening, smiling quietly as Lowen unravels. Lowen shows Jeremy the manuscript. He reads it. He breaks. Together, they confront Verity. The confrontation turns violent. In the end, Jeremy suffocates Verity with a pillow. She dies silently, staring at the man she once controlled. Months later, Lowen and Jeremy are together. They have a baby. They seem happy, safe, until Lowen finds a hidden letter in the floorboard, the final piece of Verity's twisted legacy. In the letter, Verity claims that everything she wrote was fiction. Her therapist had advised her to write a villain's narrative from the villain's point of view. She says she loved her children and Jeremy. She feared Jeremy's obsession with control. Lowen stands with a letter and a lighter. Should she tell Jeremy the truth or protect the life they built? In the end, she chooses silence. The letter burns. The truth dies with it. Verity is a masterpiece of psychological tension. Is Verity the villain or a victim of her own fiction? That's what makes the story unforgettable. If you enjoyed this full breakdown, hit like, subscribe, and share with friends who love dark thrillers. Comment below. Who do you believe, Verity or Lowen?